transformed into a deserted place, where everything from dharamshala to shops and tourist places were completely destroyed. Looking at the broken houses and shops of the people, it was not difficult to guess what the cyclone had swept away with it. In this natural disaster, the railway line connecting Mundapum to Dhanush was completely destroyed, after which no attempt was ever made to rebuild that bridge. The people who survived that accident say that during the storm, 10-kilometer high waves were carrying away everything with them, but that storm water could not reach the main temple of Rameswaram. People who had taken shelter in that temple to save their lives had survived the cyclone safely. After this terrible accident, the then Madras government had declared Dhanush unfit for living, because there was no means of providing help at the time of disaster. In such a situation, with the passage of time, the beautiful Dhanush turned into a ghost town where currently only a few fishermen live and earn their livelihood by fishing in the sea. Memorials were built in memory of Dhanush. There is a memorial near Dhanush bus stand which was built in memory of the people who died in the disaster of 1964. It is written in the memorial that a cyclone with high speed and high tidal winds devastated Dhanush at midnight of December 22, 1964. This storm continued till the evening of December 25, 1964. Cyclone number 1964 caused such heavy damage that people lost their lives and the entire city of Dhanush was ruined. Fishermen living in Dhanush live in that city risking their lives while their families are in South India. Those fishermen travel to Rameswaram by fishing boat because apart from this they do not have the option of train. So this was the story of the mysterious disappearance of the Pumban-Dhanush passenger train 653 which suddenly disappeared and drowned many people in the waves of the sea. This train accident is certainly considered one of the most terrifying and mysterious incidents in India because this incident shook people to the core. If you like this video, then do not forget to like and share it. Also subscribe to our channel. Jai Hind friends. Keeping it on the train could have invited an accident. So the loco pilot showed courage and started driving the train at a slow speed while whistling amidst strong winds and rain. Meanwhile, a storm started blowing from Sri Lanka towards South India and now the wind started blowing at a speed of 280 kilometers per hour. Some passengers in the train stopped while others were enjoying the changing weather. More than half of the passengers in that train had to go to Sri Lanka by taking another train from Dhanush, but they could not reach their destination. The train mysteriously disappeared in the sea. At 11:55, the Pumban-Dhanush passenger train was passing a few kilometers away from 653 station, but no one knew that the train would not be fortunate enough to see the morning sun of December 22nd. The train kept moving forward on the track while whistling. Meanwhile, there was pitch darkness all around and the situation outside started looking very scary. But instead of stopping the train midway, the loco pilot took a risk and continued the train without signal. When the train reached the Pumban railway bridge built in the sea, the situation became even more dangerous. Because due to heavy rains, the tracks had become slippery and due to darkness it was very difficult to judge the situation correctly. During this time, the sea wave hit train number 653 and passed over it mysteriously. There were 6 coaches in the train which were completely destroyed due to the storm and sea wave. The storm was so strong that despite the situation becoming normal, no one even got the slip of train number 65 days. According to the railway, that stormy sea wave took the lives of 110 passengers and 5 railway employees including the Pumban-Dhanush passenger train. It was very difficult to guess where the train and the passengers in it were swept away with the sea wave. However, this was limited to the passengers who had taken the railway ticket. Apart from this, there were also people traveling in the train who had neither taken the train ticket nor their name was included in the list of the dead. Therefore, it is believed that the number of people who lost their lives in the train number 653 accident must have been between 180 to 200. The sea is so vast that no trace of the train and passengers was found. The people who lost their family members in the accident could not even bid them a final farewell. The storm of the year 1964 was so strong and destructive that it completely destroyed the train and the passengers as well as the Pumban railway line from Mundapum to Dhanush. The storm caused devastation for hours. train number 653 had passed away in the sea in one go. But the real pain of the storm was borne by the people living in Nunush, including Rameswaram. It is said that the storm that came that year was so strong that it caused devastation in South India for hours. The situation was such that in Nunush city alone, 1 to 800 people died due to the cyclone, while people were badly injured. In those days, relief and rescue work was not done so quickly and in a modern way, due to which it was impossible to save people's lives and take them to a safe place. Apart from this, Nunush was a land situated in the middle of the sea where the people living there had no way to survive. The waves of the sea were at their peak, which had the power to swallow even the biggest of the big. The city of Nunush, which looked prosperous and beautiful, turned into a deserted and ruined place. The train was on the track and there was a strong wind blowing outside, due to which the raindrops were falling on the passengers sitting in the train. Some were talking to each other and some were discussing the changing mood of the weather when suddenly the train got a strong jolt and the entire train submerged in the sea. Surely these things sound like the story of a film, but this was not a story but the most painful and oldest rail accident of India, due to which everything including the railway bridge, station and train got washed away in the sea. So let's start this interesting video. Pamban Railway Bridge. The threads of this railway accident are from India's first sea bridge, which was known as Pamban Railway Bridge. The construction of this bridge started in the year 1911, which connected the city named Nunush, located in Pamban Island in the state of Tamil Nadu. Pamban Railway Bridge was opened to the general public on February 24, 1914, which was considered the longest sea bridge of India till the opening of Bandra-Worli Sea Railway Bridge in the year 2010. In the year 1988, a bridge was constructed next to this bridge, which was considered to be the best option for the passengers of Nunush apart from the railway. A part of the Paban railway line used to connect Nunush to India, but due to an accident, that railway line was destroyed forever. Even today, the Paban railway line connects Rameswaram to India, but at that time this railway line was not connected to Nunush. No attempt was made to rebuild the broken railway line of Nunush because that line and the train running on it mysteriously got washed away in the waves of the sea. How the city of Dhanushkodi became a ruin. Before the year 1964, Nunush used to be a very beautiful and commercial city on the eastern coast of Tamil Nadu, from where the distance of Sri Lanka was 18 miles, i.e. 29 kilometers. A railway line was built from Paban to connect this city to India, which was situated in the middle of the sea. This place was more famous as a tourist and pilgrimage place where travelers, fishermen and traders kept coming and going. Dharamshalas in Nunush. There were many hotels and shops, but at that time the Paban railway line did not go till Rameswaram. That is why when the railway line of Nunush was destroyed in the year 1964, its effect was not felt on the Paban railway line going to Rameswaram. In such a situation, when the railway line going to Nunush was destroyed due to the cyclone, this prosperous city also became a complete ruin. On December 21, 1964, there was a strong cyclone and storm situation in the southern tip of India. In such a situation, when the Paban-Nunush passenger train left Mundapam in Tamil Nadu for Nunush, it proved to be its last journey. Actually, at the time when the train was about to leave from Mundapam railway station, there was a low-pressure situation in the sea, due to which there was a possibility of rain and strong storm. However, in the meantime, the movement of trains and other means of transport was going on and everything seemed very normal. In such a situation, when train number 653 left from Mundapam railway station, at that time the wind started blowing at a speed of 45 kilometers per hour. As the train was moving ahead on the track, the wind started getting stronger, and it turned into a storm. In such a situation, the loco pilot stopped getting signals and he stopped the train midway for safety. But in the absence of any signal for a long time, the loco pilot decided to move ahead because without any information, the train